You don't have to be a structural engineer to see there's something very wrong with this wall. Obviously, the top of the wall is leaning outward. It looks very unstable, like it's about to collapse at any moment, maybe hurt someone. As a home inspector, though, it's very important for you to understand the root cause and the mechanics of what's happening. In this case, it's pretty simple. As weight pushes down on the rafters, it causes the bottom of the rafters to spread outward, and the walls can't resist that force outward, and so they move out. The solution behind this is also pretty simple. We just install a tie at the bottom of the rafters to cinch it back in. This is similar to the string in a bow and arrow. In this case, the builder had decided to omit the rafter ties. He thought that because he had beefed up the rafters that he no longer had to put the ties there. But that's not really how it works. No matter how strong those rafters are, even if they're like steel I-beams, they're still going to want to move outward. You need something to pull it back in. There are a couple of ways that as structural engineers we can get around this. If for whatever reason the client really needs that space, they need the head height, there are ways that we can deal with that rafter spread without having a rafter tie. But one way that we don't want to do, and this is a common misconception actually, is having collar ties. Collar ties are useful, but not for stopping spreading. In this model, you can see as weight pushes down on the roof, even though there's a collar tie in place, the collar tie is not rigid enough to stop that spreading. And so why do we use collar ties? The purpose of a collar tie is actually for when forces are lifting up on the roof and not when they're pushing down. This happens when wind moves over the top of the roof. It actually creates a suction that tries to pull the roof apart from the top. And so having collar ties up in that top third of the rafters, that actually keeps them locked together at the ridge. We don't really need collar ties for that. That's only one way. We can also have brackets. If you just have brackets from the rafters to the ridge, that works as well for resisting wind uplift. Now, as I mentioned, you really want to understand the structural mechanics behind these kind of issues that you'll find on site, because there's a lot of defects that you won't even catch if you don't understand the structural mechanics. Now, what I want you to do is follow me on YouTube, because I'm building a catalog of videos like this one where I cover common structural defects that you're likely to see in the field. A lot of these defects, they're hiding from you. They're behind the walls and the ceilings. But the more you know about these topics, the more you understand how structural mechanics work, the more likely you are to actually be able to identify the defects and know what to tell your clients about them and really set yourself apart as an expert.